What up? What up? Excuse me. What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. Ooh, damn, did I need that? How y'all doing tonight, everybody out there? Ugh. So it's just me tonight again. A couple of the guys, Dino and them, are kind of ill out there in Canada. It's that time of year. Uh, I'm actually just getting over a little something. Uh, kind of proved the point. Um, for y'all out there. Now I ain't saying this is gospel or nothing, and I ain't saying that it's gonna work for everybody. But within the past 2 weeks, I've had a daughter that's had COVID and strep. Another daughter that's had strep. One of my sons has strep, and one of my other sons was sick. 3 of these people live in my house. So I woke up about 3 days ago, didn't have a voice, felt like shit. Wasn't really coughing or nothing, just it was all up and I started taking zinc and Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus, which remember the FDA says doesn't work. Uh, Zinc, Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus. Um, I did a little research on a dietary supplement called Lysine. It's an antiviral. Um, those and yeah, that's about it. That's all I took, and some tea with honey and lemon in it. And I decided after the third kid come up sick, let me just in case go get checked, see if I had a COVID or anything, uh, or what was going on. See what was because that was my main thing. My voice. Today is the first day my voice is halfway decent. Um, but they did two different flu tests on me, the COVID test on me, and the strep test on me, and it all come back negative. So now, see, they don't like they don't the powers that be don't like me talking about that. I got a whole separate internet service going on right now, and it's starting to drain my shit. I ain't saying that this is gonna work for everybody out there in the algorithm land. Don't shut my shit down. Come the fuck on. But yeah, so like my daughters went and got checked. That's what prompted me to go get checked. And then I sent my son to go get checked, and he ended up sick. So, they got all this other bullshit going on. I asked the doctor, I'm like, so, then why am I feeling all he's like, I don't know, it's flu season. Well, thanks a fucking lot. Now, a friend of mine, uh, she went out to the Jelly Roll concert or the Jelly Bean concert, whatever the fuck it was. She come back. She got COVID. Now she goes to the doctor. Now remember everybody out there, when this was such a big thing, people was in the hospital. People had to be put on ventilators and given all kind of thises and that's, especially non-vaccinated people. Remember that? When her fucking doctors told her there ain't shit we could do for this, just go quarantine yourself for a week. What the fuck did we go through for the past fucking God knows how many years? So I'm gonna just let y'all know, I ain't no doctor. I just, I do a little research, but I'm sure there's people out there who research a lot better than I have. So, you take it with a grain of salt. But oh, and vitamin C. Zinc, vitamin C, lysine, and some Tylenol, cold and flu. And that's just basically if you got kind of the head stuffinesses or whatever. Um, one downfall to all this. I'm gonna let y'all know right the fuck now. One downfall to all this. No matter what medicines you're taking, we just especially if you overdo it. Like I went over the amount that you're supposed to be taking just because that's just me. If I was sick, I was gonna get taken care of. But give you mud butt, something terrible. Something terrible. Didn't even think I was gonna make it for this show. Cause I'm saying I'm feeling about 80% again. But my asshole is feeling like ought to. Ain't no good. Ain't no good at all. And I'm gonna let you know, especially when you're sick, um, don't fart when you're sleeping. And some people say, "How you know?" You know, motherfucker. Your belly kind of tighten up. Don't fart when you're sleeping. Same thing they told Joyce Rowe too. Level stayed high enough, fever stayed low enough. It was yep. See, we went from fucking, this was the most dangerous shit in the world to nah, it's fine. It's fine. Well, here we go again with my internet shit. See, I know that's how I know I'm getting watched. That's kind of fucked up because, when I get 5 listeners, maybe 10 listeners, y'all really scared of that shit. All right, so with that being said, um, if you're gonna go with my home remedy, make sure you got some Pepto also. Uh, but you also, I actually talked to a doctor about this, and it's kind of common sense too. When your body has the runs like that, especially when you're sick, it's your body expelling all like the viruses, the bacteria, the bad shit. So, I mean, you kind of got to weigh it up. Would you rather get rid of this shit as quick as possible, or would you rather, not sit on the toilet all fucking day? Ugh, I don't know, man. It's kind of a toss up, man. It's worse than the worst Mexican I've ever eaten. I don't even remember what her name was. All right. So speaking of Mexicans, well, no. That right there was kind of racist. It's not all these illegals coming across the border are Mexicans. Less and less of them are Mexicans. But so we'll talk about the border here. So apparently, what has not been getting any kind of coverage on any media. I just actually came across this like maybe 20 minutes ago because I was looking up some biker shit that I want to talk about. Now they ain't all Guatemalan. They got a lot of Haitians and Venezuelans and Chinese coming through that motherfucker. And the Haitians, we got issues with Haiti. I don't know what the fuck. All of a sudden, Haiti's fucking going ape shit. And we got boots on the ground soldiers. The UN sending fucking soldiers there. US got boots on the ground out in fucking Haiti right now. Being the police of the fucking world again. None of our goddamn business. Because I guess the gangs and shit are fucking up the ports down there. But again, everybody keeps fucking, not to get sidetracked, but everybody keeps talking about Haiti like it's its own country. You know, half of Haiti's on an island. It's not a island, it's on an island. The other half is one of the richest, bougiest fucking resort island property, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's tours. Port-au-Prince. They don't even want to be associated with the Haitians. So they got their shit going on there. Just because their own people don't want to take care of themselves, why the fuck we gotta stick our dick in the whole process again? Don't make no sense. And them fuckers breed AIDS. Like they're the second largest country in the world, or whatever in the world, or a population in the world that breeds AIDS. Generation upon generation of AIDS. What up, everybody? Ken, Jared, Mike. Um, sorry, Big Great. But yeah, But like I was saying, so what the internet and everybody ain't talking about is Biden's building a border wall. Now, how the fuck does that happen? Because not a few weeks ago, I reported about how that motherfucker was auctioning off the materials. So now we got to buy all new materials. They're building the motherfucking border wall. What's up, Eb? So this is from the AP. I first saw it on Yahoo News, but it says the Biden administration announced they waived 26 federal laws in South Texas to allow border wall construction on Wednesday, marking the administration's first use of sweeping executive power employed often during the Trump presidency. This cocksucker. So what, you sold all the Trump shit so you could spend more of our money to buy new shit to do what we was already doing? And I remember, a couple laws having to be fudged here and there, and the EPA and some of the wildlife people were having a fit. But I don't remember them needing to do 26 laws, and I thought them laws was already, they already took them down. They already waived them laws. So what are these new 26 fucking laws? There's some shady shit going on here. There ain't no fucking way that they gonna just automatically start putting up this wall if there wasn't something else going on there. So it says the Department of Homeland Security posted the announcement on U.S. Federal Registry with few details outlining construction in Starr County, Texas, which is part of a busy Border Patrol sector seeing high illegal entry. According to the government data, about 245,000 illegal entries have been recorded in this region during the current fiscal year. That's a goddamn lot. Somebody need to look up them numbers. Them numbers are a lot fucking higher. Or maybe in this little sector right there, maybe it was only 245,000. There are millions of fucking people coming across that border. Somebody need to watch a Senate hearing. Anyways, so this is what kills me. This is the third or fourth time I'm reading this article, and this fucking kills me because I've been watching these Senate hearings. I've been watching all these congressional hearings on the border and shit. When 90% of the fucking Democrats won't even go down to the border where they have these hearings. No, I'm not bitching that he's doing something about it. This is what I'm bitching about. This is what I'm bitching about. All the lies. This shit should have been done a lot long ago. They should have just let fucking Trump do what he was doing. But this is what kills me. Like I said, I've been watching all these Senate hearings, and I've been watching the Secretary of Mayorkas steady run his cocksucker. The border is secure. The border is secure. We don't need no fucking walls. We don't need no any of this and that. They're sued Governor Abbott to take down the fucking floating border wall that he had in the water. They're sued this cocksucker, and this is in quotes. There is presently an acute and immediate need to construct physical barriers and roads in the vicinity of the border of the United States in order to prevent unlawful entry into the United States in the project areas. Alejandro Mayorkas, DHS Secretary. This cocksucker. Somebody just needed just and I understand what you're saying down there, Jared. Here, let me. I had to delete my comment or it was getting flagged for bullying. Oh, Jesus Christ. We don't flag no fucking comments over here. Except, a couple weeks ago we had some fucking I don't know who the fuck they were, but they were speaking like some real racist bullshit. And no, we don't do that. You're allowed to say what you say, but you got consequences for what the fuck you say. And I don't deal with that shit. I'm an equal opportunity hater. I hate everybody equally. I stand up for the same people that I would talk shit about. It's just, and we're gonna get on something about that too later about some religious shit. Somebody want to try to challenge me on my knowledge. Come the fuck on, boy. Anyways, so yeah, so now we're gonna get a border wall. So I'm trying to look here, and I'm more curious. I don't think the wall is the priority there. I don't think that the illegals is the priority there. All right, so we got the Clean Air Act, Safe Drinking Water Act, and Endangered Species Act, were some of the federal laws waived by DHS to make way for the construction and will use funds from the congressional appropriations in 2019 for the border wall construction. Well, no shit. Uh, the waivers avoid time-consuming reviews and lawsuits challenging violations of environmental laws. But when Trump tried to do that, oh fucking Jesus, I watched a fucking hour and a half, a whole news expose on a goddamn butterfly that they was afraid couldn't make it across the fucking. If the Mexicans can make it across the goddamn border, the butterfly can make it across the fucking border. Oh my God. Jesus. And the safe water and drinking. See, that's what I don't like. I don't like them talking about the water. That's the water is, because the animals will survive. If they were meant to survive, the animals will survive. Just like people. When the universe decides people don't belong here no more, ain't nothing we can fucking do about it. The universe is just taking us the fuck out. So, we ain't supposed to just start fucking killing things. But, the endangered species thing, I can see a little leniency on that. Um, but as far as the Clean Air Act, God, come the fuck on. That's that whole green bullshit. Um, Now, see, that's what a lot of people um, come to think, Jared. I mean, it is a good plausibility that the wall keep people in too, and that's something that we're gonna have to look at in the future. Because yes, we do need to secure the borders and keep, try to keep our house kept up with before we try to take anybody else's house over. But we can't also lock ourselves in our house. So Jared, you're absolutely right on that whole situation there. Uh, and for anybody who don't know who I'm talking to, look in the comments over here. I'm gonna try to pop them up here and there. Plastic companies just got caught dumping pellets at Raccoon Creek in Beaver County in Pittsburgh. Fish were eating them in the tributaries and the rivers. Yeah, see, shit like that right there, that's what I'm worried about. Because when Trump was asking for different shit, it was specific to areas. It wasn't these mass law changes that, okay, well, we going to pass this law down in Texas because we need it for this county over here, but it'll sweep everywhere, and all these other fuck companies could just take advantage of it. Like this company here that they, Ken's talking about. Where the fuck is the EPA on this shit? The EPA want to get on people working on cars in their backyard or dumping oil in the grass, but y'all feeding fish fucking plastic pellets. You dumb fuck, people still fishing them fucking rivers. Or I forgot, we ain't allowed to start, we ain't allowed to hunt fish or grow our own food any fucking more. That's right. Forgot about that shit. But yeah, it was just this big issue when Trump tried to get all this shit done. It was the EPA and all them motherfuckers. Big issue, but now it's you just on a whim. 26 fucking laws. Let's see what else. What we got here? Starr County's hilly Richland, sitting between Zappa and McKillen, Texas, is home to about 65,000 residents, sparsely populated, over 1,200 square miles that form part of the lower Rio Grande. Now I'm real curious on Are they going to apologize to Governor Abbott? Are they going to refund Texas for all the fucking money that they dumped into their border that they had to take down, that the fucking government came in and took down? Are they going to do that? Oh, no, no, no. Mm-mm. No. People in Chicago finally waking the fuck up. You know, they're about to vote. There's about to be some riots in Chicago, and this time I think it's warranted. They flooded that town with fucking illegals, and they're kicking fucking vet. And that shit ain't fake. If you think that shit is fake, or if it's somebody talking out their ass, look it up. They kicking old folks. They ain't all vets neither. You know, the vets is just an extra little kick in the fucking dick. They kicking old folks out of fucking nursing homes to house illegals. Now they're using the schools and they're using field houses. Every fucking, people in Chicago ain't having it no more. They ain't having it no more. We already did it. We showed the last time. Or I don't know if anybody's seen Ocasio Cortez. Got booed and told to get the fuck out of Chicago. Or it was in New York. I think it was New York. New York. That's right. She's from New York. Fucking crazy. All right. So for those who are on the more political side, which is maybe one or two of you guys out there, with Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy was voted out. I think that was one of the stupidest things that Matt Gaetz could have did. I think, Matt Gaetz is just kind of one of them attention seekers. I like some of the stuff that he's done, but this right here is some fuck shit right now. And the fact that a couple of the representatives want to nominate Donald Trump for Speaker of the House is just downright fucking retarded. The fuck is wrong with you fucking people? Jesus Christ. Look, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a conservative, but more than that, I'm a fucking truther. I think we need Trump in there for another 4 years. I think we need Trump in there for another 8 years. We do not need Trump in there indefinitely. What the fuck is wrong with you people? That's the same fucking thing what you got with Pelosi. The same thing you got with all these. We had Feinstein died out. Pelosi was fucking her daughter was waving Feinstein's hand. The bitch was damn near dead. Nah. Trump can have his time. He deserves his time. He deserves his full time in my eyes. But then he deserves to get the fuck out just like everybody else. These career motherfuckers, nah. Because just, I ain't never said Trump didn't do his shady dealings. You always got to step on a few toes to get up that ladder. But you don't just give him a ladder full of toes right there. Nah. You dumb motherfuckers. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then, oh, well, he's the third he's the third to the presidency. But right now, he's damn near the first to the presidency. And if you're afraid of what the fuck he could do as president, the president got very, very menial power. Unless, the Congress and everybody's backing him to fuck up, which they are. But being Speaker of the House, you running shit. You see how Pelosi was fucking everybody over. Nah. I just don't. You let Trump run for his presidency, and if anything, you let that dude that's in the interim. I think his name is McAllister or some shit like that. He's a bad motherfucker. He was kind of pissed off that McCarthy got booted, but the first thing he fucking did was boot Pelosi out of her fucking office. Oh my God, I thought it was fake. And the bad thing is he said her shit had to be out today. And today was Dianne Feinstein's fucking, I guess, funeral or whatever, and she was gonna be there. I saw that shit. I was like, oh, this cat might have something here. So I don't know. I don't see what Matt Gaetz thinks he's got going on or what he's accomplishing, or Marjorie Taylor. I love Marjorie Taylor Greene, but she's on that whole Matt Gaetz kick too, and there's a few other ones. So I mean, I thought McCarthy. I mean, he was a little wishy-washy, but I thought McCarthy was doing a pretty decent job. And then the fact that he made a last minute that this was bitches. He made a last minute ploy to the Democrats, which look, y'all. The reason why these cats keep getting these dumbass laws passed and just letting all this fuckery go on is because they got their house together. If they don't agree with each other, if it don't matter. If they take care of that shit out of session. If they got a problem with each other, they take that shit out of session. But when they vote together as one solid vote. You know, if one votes yes, they all voting fucking yes. Or they don't vote at all. Y'all motherfuckers steady bickering in the kitchen. Ain't no dinner getting cooked. The fuck? Sanctuary cities are pissed that they're sanctuary city. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got to say about that. I'm just, they talking about the votes going to be on Wednesday for that. So I guess we'll see what's going on with that. Little update on Miss Oprah. She done accidentally spilled the beans about that whole, and she threw the rock under the bus. Accidentally spilled the beans about this whole fund that everybody's supposed to be donating to, that she donated $10 million to, that The Rock donated $10 million to. It's actually owned by some EF something like that, some company like that, which is a Hollywood conglomerate. All that money is going into Hollywood. That money ain't going to Maui. That money ain't going nowhere near Maui. Think I'm bullshitting? Look that shit up. Do your own damn research. Corporate talk. Well, see, what Ken says is it kind of, it seems to me like almost like it's everybody loves to say that it's the corporations, it's the corporations, it's the corporations. But what corporations? If anything, it would be the country as a corporation, and instead of these separate corporations that people keep saying, well, it's this company, it's that. It's big pharma, it's big tobacco, it's big gun, it's big green solar bullshit, whatever the fuck. But when there's so many of those, then there becomes none of them. Like, yeah, see, on a different note, I ain't even gonna say nothing about them too, Jared. There's a good possibility, but there's other reasons why I won't talk down on them no more. um, I think there's more, if not an international conglomerate, more of a just a power struggle. It ain't even it ain't even corporations, man. It's just you know it's just a power struggle. Um, I keep thinking of the way when the whistleblowers for the UFO guys, the Grush guy, who was talking, and he said that basically any more of these wars that are going on, um, aren't over our what we used to battle over. It's not over oil. It's not over gas. It's not over the dollar anymore. It's not over, land or even civil rights or anything like that. It's over alien technology and who gets to develop it first. So when you look at it, and I'm just using that as an example because I'm sure it's got to be something more than that. But if you look at that as an example, and everybody got a piece of something, then it's no longer like big pharma, big tobacco, big car, big this, big that. It's America against China, against the Sandlot, against Russia, against the Asians. You know what I'm saying? So then, it's not. It goes way beyond a big conglomerate. I'm a minute late. Moment of silence. Yeah, it's like this. It's no longer a conglomerate anymore. It's just this huge fucking. Yeah, yeah. Jared summed it up pretty much well. It's a cabal of a few extremely rich people who put their people on the thrones of power and government and major corporations. I mean, that's what it is. And the fact that I'm noticed like some big's gonna happen. I noticed. And for all you guys, let's stop this right here for a minute. Before we go into the second half. For all you guys out there who is going ape shit about this fucking Amber Alert notice that went around the world, and some other people are saying that Russia had it at the same time. Look, y'all, motherfuckers was having a fit in Maui that they didn't go off there. That's exactly what some shit like this is supposed to do. If it would have worked in Maui, maybe the motherfuckers would have got the fuck out of there. I'm not saying the kids. We all know that was a kid grab, but I'm talking about everybody else. So that's the way I look at it. It was kind of weird that mine came in Spanish. My son's came in written in English, but then it spoken in Spanish. It was kind of fucked up. But ain't nobody dead. There ain't no zombie apocalypse. Some idiot was out there saying that that's when the purge started. Whoo, don't I wish? But no, it did not. Everybody's alive and well. Simple as that. Um, so something else I kind of came glanced upon, and this is why I'm saying there's something. I it was one of my waking up moments, right? Um, so like I said, there's something bad gonna happen real soon, or something bad is happening. Because we're just looking at timeline. I'm looking at what history has showed us and stuff like that there. The only time in history, the only time ever in our media and our in America here, do we get any big information, big news, big leaks or anything? Is when something bad is gonna happen or something needs to be covered up. So we went along the lines. We went with we got the Ukraine bullshit going on, and then we got Trump. They constantly putting Trump in the forefront. Um, and then they threw Hunter up in there. He's up in the forefront, now, and and then they pulled out Tupac's, murderer. That's up there now. What? So now LeBron James and the Big Show from WWE Wrestling, whole bunch of other ones, but those two the names that caught me are in this big PED investigation or indictment or whatever. At first glance, I thought they was calling them pedos, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" But no, they're never gonna catch. They'll never put them real evil people out there. But what they're saying is that LeBron and the Big Show and them were taking physically or something enhanced steroids. Steroids. I don't know what the acronym for it is, but fucking taking steroids and a bunch of them. Oh, King James. Oh, King James. Yeah, exactly, Ken. King James on steroids. Mm-mm-mm. Mr. Holier Than Thou. I can't stand that motherfucker. I can't. I ain't never said he wasn't a good basketball player. I ain't never said he didn't do no good things. I just can't stand that motherfucker. Fuck him. But the Big Show too. Look, you 1,000 feet tall and 1,000,000 pounds. What the fuck are you taking steroids for? Jesus Christ! Yeah, we know LeBron loves China, but in the same respect, what the fuck was his name? The funny looking one that used to play basketball with Jordan. He's buddy with Kim Jong, whatever the fuck his name in North Korea. So we can't really go by that. Put that out there for a minute. So, all right. So, some other. This is one of the major things that was bothering me. Uh, he was like, ignore the concentration camps full of Christians by Nike. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. So was that girl who played the main actress in the movie Mulan, not the cartoon, the movie. Um, yeah, she was all they got. They're not concentration camps. They're re-education facilities. Oh fuck. Um, I'm just taking a quick look, see if there's not any more fuck shit going on. All right, so uh, I don't know if I should, if you guys could read it, if I share the screen or not. Um, Let me see. So let me give you the premise here. Sure. So what I take from this, and this all sounds one-sided, and there's a couple different articles about it, but the way this article comes off as these bikers were riding, they weren't paying attention. One of them hit this lady's car. Um, the lady started arguing with the person. Uh, she said, according to this, she says he sideswiped her car. Um, and then, somebody else got into it, knocked out the window, and then he brandished a gun or whatever. So, I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. I ride bikes. I don't ride as much as I'd like to. Uh, I have several friends of mine who are bikers. And I have several friends of mine who are just riders who just like to ride. And most, I would say a good And yes, I am biased. I would say a good 90% of the bikers that I know, especially ones that are doing crazy shit, they've practiced quite a bit and they're quite aware of what they do, especially if they're in a pack of people. I have a hard time believing that one bike out of a pack of riders just wasn't paying attention in his lane, because if you looked in the article, the bikes were all in the same, formation, that he smacked into her. Now, what I have seen, and this may sound, a little sexist or whatever, but it's mostly women. But what I have seen is a lot of women out there, people, we'll just say people because I'm sure guys have done it too, not paying attention to bikers, not giving two fucks about bikers. I've seen plenty of people just pull out on bikers out of nowhere. And all of a sudden it's the biker's fault. Yes, you guys are both on the road. He has to keep he, she, whoever's on the bike has to keep an eye out for you. You also got to keep an eye out for them. And just because you got four wheels don't mean you're fucking right. Now, let me stop this share here. Now, I'll give you an example. About 2 weeks ago, me, one of my sons, Greg, his old lady, we all went riding. Towards the end of the ride, we had to stop and get air in one of the tires of the bikes. There was a minivan parked a good space over, so there was enough room on each side of her for another car, away from where we were airing up our bikes. This lady gets out, comes out of the gas station. Mind you, she had kids in the car also. She gets into her car, her van, and proceeds to just back up. My son's bike tire went almost completely under the van, was his leg. I had to beat on the back of the van for them to stop, for her to stop. She moved forward slightly, enough for me to grab Dewey from up under the fucking van with his bike. The lady got out with an attitude. Said, "Is everybody okay?" I said, "Yeah, you damn near ran him over." And with the most ignorant smirk, looked at me and said, "Yeah, I heard you." Got back in her van and bailed. Now, this lady in this article is having a fit because these bikers broke her window out. One of them had a gun. I think the gun might have been a little excessive, but that's what bikers do. That's their only defense. You almost took out somebody's son. You almost took out somebody's dad, somebody's brother, somebody's boyfriend, girl, whatever the fuck. And you're worried about your window. Again, I think the gun was a little excessive. But why are you doing that fuck shit with your kids in the car anyways? Nobody was worried about that biker's kids. That biker's mama, father. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. The story could be exactly the way it is because the video only shows after the incident. The video don't show the incident. But that's what happens. You pull out in front of a bunch of bikes, and Lord forbid you knock somebody over, but you don't. Yeah, you're gonna catch a fucking dent in your side of your car. You're gonna catch a broken window. You're gonna catch something because you almost took a fucking life. And from the picture, the video, these was young kids just riding in a pack. I just find it I find it hard to side with the lady and her boohoo story. Again, I think the gun was excessive. I don't think that should have been, you know, that's your ass, kid. But if you almost took them out, especially in the pack that they were in, one of them bikes go out, they might have all went out, or at least a good chunk of them. Ooh. Again, I find it hard to side with that lady. Um, Here, we'll switch it up one more time for the end of the show. Seen some other weird shit. Uh, oh, see, this is something else that just slides through the news. It says, this is just, when did this just happen? A Utah plane crash leaves North Dakota state senator, wife, and 2 sons dead. Wonder if he was a Democrat or a Republican. I know that's fucked up to say, but this just would go along with more of what I'm saying about something weird is going on. Plane crash in Utah Sunday evening left 4 people dead, including a state senator from North Dakota, his wife, and their kids. Now, and he was in a La Bamba plane. The Grand County Sheriff's Department said the single-engine Piper plane carrying State Senator Doug Larson, 47, and his family crashed Sunday evening about 15 miles north of Moab. All right, this may be my conspiracy theorist brain or whatever going on here. First of all, and he was a Republican. Huh. So, a Republican's a Republican senator from North Dakota's whole family just got wiped out. 15 miles north of the town called Moab. For anybody who's in the military, or I mean, you ain't even got to be in the military to know about it. Moab was a term that was used for the atomic bomb. It means mother of all bombs. Very weird. So it came down 15 miles north of the town of Moab. Shortly after it refueled at the Canyonlands airfield. The sheriff's office said the senator was the pilot and all 4 people on board the plane were killed. Senator Doug Larson, his wife Amy, and 2 young kids died in a plane crash last evening in Utah. Republican State Senate Majority Leader David Hogg wrote in an email to his fellow senators obtained by the Associated Press. They were visiting family in Scottsdale and returning home. They stopped to refuel in Utah. Hogg added, I'm not sure where the bereavement starts with such a tragedy. So, okay. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with this, but I'm reading this on Yahoo News. And right under this, you know how they kind of, I don't know if this is supposed to be part of this or what, but it says North Dakota initiative will require lawmakers to be out of office before turning 81. Now that's in between what I just read you and a picture of this senator and his wife and kids. Now, was this man pushing for something and people didn't like it? Or is this another ploy to gain seats for the Senate? An NTSB spokesman said a board investigator traveled to the scene Monday to begin to document the scene, examine the aircraft, request any air traffic communications, radar data, weather reports, and try to contact any witnesses. Also, the investigator will request maintenance records of the aircraft and medical records and flight history of the pilot. Where's the black box? I thought every plane had a black box. I mean, I could be wrong on that. I thought every plane was that. I feel like this man was taken out. Uh, he was a National Guard leader, Iraq War veteran, and a member of the community. I feel like he was elected in 2020. So, wow, that's kind of weird. So for Ken and Jared, if y'all still listening, his district comprises Mandane, the city neighboring Bismarck to the west across the Missouri River. Larson chaired a Senate panel that handled industry and business legislation. Mm. That goes back to you guys' theory about the corporations. Yeah, yeah. I thought that too. I thought there's a whole NORAD and all that shit. Everybody knows what's in the air supposedly. This is real sounded kind of shady. The guy seemed to know what he was fucking doing, just browsing through this article here. Hmm. I feel like this was not natural causes at all, or not an act of the higher power. All right, so we got about 7 minutes left here. Uh, who else could I piss off? Oh, okay. So I had a friend of mine, actually a friend of the studios. He was at a bad point in life, and he was spouting off. He was real into the Bible, which whatever you believe in, whichever God you believe in, whichever Bible, whatever, that is perfectly fine. Whatever makes you a good person when you wake up in the morning, whether it be Yahweh, Allah, Buddha, Thoth, Osiris, whoever the fuck, whatever you wake up to in the morning and you start doing right and taking care of your shit, then that's fine. I fight for your right to believe in that. But when you start downing somebody else's shit or trying to say that one is better than the other or one's above the other, the only thing I don't get into is the kitty mutilation and shit like that. If your God tells you to cut, to cut off your baby's clit, then fuck you and your God. That's just it. But anyways, just it's bad enough us we got just a piece of our dicks taken off, but they're taking saying people like to cut their baby girl's clit off. Yeah, yeah, fuck your God. Anyways, um, so my buddy was apparently at one of them points in his life where he just wants to spout off, and he just realized that he was questioning his faith. And to kind of not to switch him over, not to try to say he was wrong in believing what he believed in the beginning, but just to kind of switch his mindset over, so he wouldn't think things were all that bad. Uh, I told him, look, you got to realize that a lot of that shit in the comic book, that's what I call the Bible. A lot of that shit in the comic book is just that. It's just a comic book, man. If you want to know some real shit, which is very interesting, you got to look into the Sumerian text. Read the Book of Enki's, the Book of Giants, the Tablets of Thoth. I mean, even if you don't even want to go that far, but you want to read the real Bible, you have to look up the Ethiopian Bible because that's the only real, true, intact Bible, even before the Torah and shit like that. And it was three of them motherfuckers. So all I said was, it's the comic book, man. Look into the Sumerian text. It's the oldest writings in the world. Well, here comes some, I don't know who the fuck he thought he was, running his mouth. Again, I didn't want to down Christianity. I didn't want to down any kind of religion. But what's true is true and what's right is right. And if you're going by faith and not by facts, then you're a fucking idiot. It is what it is. So he starts running his mouth about how he finds it fucking hilarious when people say that the Bible was plagiarized and you need to quit watching TikTok videos and Facebook reels and do your research and I'm thinking like, who the fuck is this non-knowing motherfucker? So I just spit out because anybody who wants to debate anything I say, anybody who wants to have a civil, debate or whatever, you are more than welcome. You just let me know. You let Greg know at Upside Down Studios. We will do it online. We will have a civil debate. You can get your views out. Who knows? Maybe you could change my mind. Maybe I could change yours, or maybe we'll just educate each other. But don't say, and I would never be afraid to do that. I lost a lot of people just, hey, you don't think you think your views are correct or whatever? Instead of you using your Facebook balls, why don't you get? I mean, because this is still Facebook ball. Just be man enough to at least put your face to your words. And I invited him to a debate, and of course, nothing was said. And I just kind of schooled him on how the Bible was put together by Constantine, and in the I don't remember what the fuck, the Council of Nicaea. Yeah, he wanted to make a monotheistic religion. So he took a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this, and they named him Jesus because it wasn't too girly, but it wasn't too manly, because they had deities that were men and deities that were women. Don't bitch at me. Look it the fuck up. I'm glad you can read. Not many people can these days. But maybe read some real shit. The comic book is good. It's got all kind of crazy shits in there. There's dragons in there. There's aliens now in there, according to the Mandela effect. There's fucking witches and wizards and kaiju in there and giants. And even if he took the fucking chapters of the Bible that were taken out, crazy shit. But you all got to understand that all that shit was ripped off. It is a rip off. It's plagiarism. The story of Noah's Ark, that came from the Epic of Gilgamesh, our creation story. I mean, anybody, Jared, you don't count. Scotty, you don't count. Anybody from our studio don't count, because we had this conversation years ago. Was somebody out there tell me what Jesus needed, or not Jesus, what God, the high up, the Yahweh. What did God need with beryllium, gold, and onyx? Why did God need bling? What the fuck is beryllium? You know how hard it was for me and my guys to fucking do the research and figure out what the fuck beryllium was? It's in Genesis. Look that shit up. All right, with that being said, man, that's been my time. Glad I was able to get my voice out there. It's still a little rough. I still hear it, but hopefully this should be gone the next couple of days, and I won't have my butt no more, and I'll be good. Cause fucking starving. That being said, guys, been your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. You guys have a great evening. Be good to each other. I'm out.